EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the outskirts of the nation's capital. It's Northwest Stadium in Landover, the home of the Commanders. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Las Vegas Raiders and the Washington Commanders.
Daniel Carlson.
Mike Tirico and Greg Olson, glad you are with us, and Daniel Carlson here to get things started. And this one sent all the way over the back line. No thought of putting this in the landing area. So it'll come out per the new rule to the 35-yard line. Now the runner-up in last year's Heisman race, Ashton Jeanty. And he's going to be stopped out at the line to begin this ball game.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense. And boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Let's go. 19 tight. 19 tight. 18 Panther. 18 Panther 11. Panther 11.
Now they'll set up to throw. The throw here is complete. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. They get 18 on the pitching catch. First down, Vegas.
And the Raiders first down.
Mustang 19. Here we go. 70 Lions.
Man in motion here is Tucker. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. A throw right side, taken in by Tucker. And he'll take this one in. Trey Tucker, touchdown Vegas. That his first touchdown of the new year. The extra point by Gay is good. And the Raiders will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Williams on the return. And he's stopped at 25. The drive will begin there.
Their own 25-yard line.
On the jump. Here we go. Start.
On the ground, the goal with Rashad White, the back out of Arizona State. And he'll take this past the 30. A gain of 6, mark it at the 31.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Ready, roll.
Now it's the Arizona product that is DeCorey Krosky Merritt. He'll have a first down as he gets this up close to the 40-yard line.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it. And he's able to pick up the first down.
On first down, and is back to Krosky Merritt. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain. All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it, But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
On third down, they'll throw with Daniel. And that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
And he overhit that just a bit. Man's beyond the goal line, and that is a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, go!
On the ground, it's Genty to start the drive. He'll gain 3 out of this, up to the 23.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
Second down, they need 7. Man in motion here is Tucker. Look wide, get this one complete. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a 1st down with that catch.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the 1st down.
Blitz coming, he'll throw it. That's to the rookie out of TCU, Jack Best. And he'll wind up getting about 7 yards as he is forced out of bounds.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Back to throw. Out of the backfield, it's Ashton Genty. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. They get 22 yards there. Good for a Raider 1st down.
And he was labeled as a playmaker coming out of college, Mike. And after what's his first catch of his career, it's pretty easy to see why.
A run right here, and it's Genty. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Commanders' 23-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
And it's 3rd down.
19, target.
He'll try to pick it up with Genty. And he's in. Ashton Genty. Touchdown, Raiders. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year. Gay to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Raiders will extend their 1st quarter lead. It's now 14-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Williams now to return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Ready.
They'll start this on the ground. Here's White. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Way Walker, the linebacker, on the tackle. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Let's go, 19. 6 the Eagles. 6 the Eagles.
Off the play fake, here's Daniels. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
Third and 7.
Go! Crack all 80. Ready,
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He's got a man. It's McLaurin. And he's going to take this one all the way. 71 yards. Touchdown, Washington.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
This one crushed. It's over the back line of the end zone. Touchback. And the ball's coming out to the 35. In motion, that's Thornton. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That is taken in left side by Thornton. Now we get whistles. Time has run out. The first quarter has come to an end. So after one, 14-7 is our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 6. A run. Gentile. He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. Ray Amos there to make the tackle.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
In motion, that's Thornton. Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. That's caught! And he will score! Dante Thornton, touchdown Las Vegas. His 4th TD grab of the season. The extra point by Gay is good, and the Raiders will take a 21-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Following the play, we've got a Raider who is shaken up down there. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment.
Ready.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Start the drive with Krosky Merritt. And that's good run support on the end. Nice tackle out wide. It'll hold them to a gain of 2.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Daniels to throw on 2nd down. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And he'll be taken down at the 30. A big play there for Washington. A pickup of 44 yards.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Mike, I have to be honest, when offenses come up with run play designs, blocking the corner is not really a big priority. But in this case, great job not only forcing it on the outside, but defeating the block, coming up and making the tackle, and keeping it to no gain.
And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Viking 18. Bronco 80.
They'll throw with Daniel. And he will score! Jalen Lane. Touchdown, Commanders. Carlson now for the extra point. He knocks it through. The Commanders go up closer here. It's 21-14. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. We'll go ahead and just seed the touchback here. This ball over the back line. It'll come out to the 35. They'll start on the ground with Genty. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. The right side is taken in by Best. And he will go all the way. Jack Best. Touchdown, Vegas. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10.
Come on. 19 tight. 9. Bronco 80. 70.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Down the field, he's got his tight end of Conquo. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
And the Commanders first down.
Ready, ready.
Daniels with a give to Krosky Merritt. Inside the 20. And he will score. Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt. Touchdown, Washington. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. Sent back, taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10. At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Man in motion here is Tucker. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and Just seems this possession's going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
60-by-6.
The RPO, that one is complete. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Las Vegas, first down. A gain of 13 yards. And the Las Vegas first down.
So 2 minutes to play in a back and forth first half. We'll be back just outside the nation's capital after this. Play action, he'll set up to throw. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. Here's 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 17-yard line.
In motion, Besh. Receiver in motion, headed left. On the handoff, this is Genty. And that'll be a gain of 2 and a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short. Play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Keep it on the ground with Genty. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll go again with Genty. And he'll be near the first down marker. It's called a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
On 3rd down, they go with Genty. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal. Good running. Gets them down to about the 2-yard line.
That's a really nice job up front, clearing the lane, pick up the first down. Now, you didn't get in the end zone, but now you got a fresh set of downs to try to punch it in.
19 Tiger.
In motion, Naylor. Quick throw there. That's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the receiver really didn't have much time to get himself open. So the incompletion brings up 2nd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
They'll try it again from the 2. 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw. It is brought in the end zone. Ashton Genty. Touchdown, Raiders. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4.
Matt Gay on
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. Well, let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
Just 8 seconds now until halftime, and the kick's away. Going to return this from the 10. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over.
at their own 24-yard line.
Hold it ready. Just the Eagles. Just the Eagles.
On play action, Daniels. Now pass deep for McLaurin. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Taron Johnson. On now, Daniel Carlson to try the field goal. This one from 39 yards out. Carlson's kick is good. And the Commanders are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway.
Ready? Here we go. Set. Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready?
They'll run over center with White. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
At his 48-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
Okay, ready? Go.
Run over center. That's Krosky Merritt. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
70, 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
3rd and 2. Here's Daniels. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Commanders first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Krosky Merritt. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. That's McLaurin open on the left side. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
Here we go, here we go. 18, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Bro, you can't bring linemen in the coverage, bro.
On the give, Krosky Merritt. Oh, yeah. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. First down, Washington.
Washington first down.
Throwing now, Daniel. There's Okonkwo open left side. And he's close to another first down. This is brought down just shy of the marker.
It's a gain of 9.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Now the offensive coordinator's got a decision on his hand, Mike. It was 2nd and 1. He decides to go with a conservative run, gets stopped for no gain. He's in the exact same position now on 3rd down. Does he try to change it up, or does he just turn around and hand it off again?
Now a 3rd and 2. To throw is Daniel. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away. A Pro Bowler 4 years running, that is Max Crosby. What a first month he is putting together. That's his 4th sack already. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Commanders will cut into that lead.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Man in motion here is Tucker. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the 2nd half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
19 tight, 19 tight. 70 range, 70 range.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and they'll come out to the 20-yard line.
Ready? Bronco 80.
To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
A gain there of 23 yards. Good for a Commanders 1st down.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Ready, set.
Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Ready.
Now Daniels. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. And that defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch. And in this case, what guys are under.
And he'll take this to about the 46-yard line. Adam Butler there on the tackle. They need 8 as they come up for third down. Daniels now going to look to throw. He'll look middle. He's got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Washington, first down.
Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
At the 35-yard line.
Mustang 19.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Quick slant on the money to McClure. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the third. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On third down, they'll throw with Daniels. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And he's going to go out of bounds, but a very nice return up past the 35-yard line.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus. And that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field. So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down. Trey Tucker, the intended receiver. And it's going to be third down. In motion, that's Thornton. On third down, they'll set up to throw. Over the middle and take it in. He's got it. A pickup of 14 on that one. First down, Vegas.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Vegas, first down. It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Raiders.
They'll look to throw again. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play, and it's second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. And it sets up third down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Now they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Williams. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Come on.
On 1st and 10, here's Daniel. That's taken in by Brown. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Commanders first down.
Ready?
On 1st down, Daniel. That's caught downfield. McLaurin brings it in. 2 nice play calls here to kick off the drive. 15 more on that one. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard
70
line.
Timberwolves.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniel. He gets that to Brown. And he's close to another 1st down. Brought down just shy of the marker.
70 Timberwolves.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Throwing again, Daniel. He'll find Rashawn White. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. They get 12 yards on that pass. 1st down, Washington.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Go.
Keep it in the air. Here's Daniel. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
To the air again is Daniels. A throw right side is intercepted. It is picked off by the rookie safety.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
Man in motion here is Tucker. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And an important gain there as they move out past the 20-yard line. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Quick throw taken in. Into space at the 45. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
That's another Raiders 1st down.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's caught left side by Bowers.
Mendoza's back.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
It's a pick up of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. The 41-yard line.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. Sometimes it's by design. Sometimes it's based on need. Really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
The RPO, that one is complete. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15.